Hey, welcome to a live stream for WVU football going deep. Doing a live stream unannounced just because I wanted to get in here and get some updated information out to you, some of which you may have heard, may not. Give you my view on things as usual. And wanted to get it done in time so that I can go feed the cats, or more precisely, go medicate some cats, and then we will see about feeding cats. And so let's see what we have going on here. Before I get into things, I do want to say please be sure to click the thumbs up if the urge strikes you. I do appreciate if you'll click the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Make comments, share, tell your friends. Those are all things that cost no money, and they do help me quite a bit. Let's YouTube know that people like the video, so they give others the opportunity to see it. Get me to show up there on the search results and suggested videos. There is also a link on the home page for the channel. It goes to PayPal if that's of interest to you. It'll show up as Gen 4's Oddities. That's our antique and collectible business. So I am the 4 in Gen 4. Meanwhile, we have some more activity on the roster field. We have added Josh Minkins, safety from Louisville. 1 year left to play 1 year, so he is bringing in a good bit of experience. He might fight for a starting spot, might just provide a really steady backup. But if we can get some guys coming in to take some time at safety, that is to the good. It will give us a lot more options. And also Dominic Collins from Princeton High announced that he has received a scholarship offer from WVU. I know that's a lot of West Virginia people have been saying, why haven't we offered Collins? Well, now we have. That may indicate that we are not expecting to get Rick Darius Farmer. Farmer might have been more of an immediate threat, but he likely would also be more of a threat to hit the portal, sometime in the relatively near future. I think Collins is much more likely, if he takes the offer, and he probably will, but he's much more likely to stay at West Virginia for 4 or 5 years, and probably won't play freshman year. More likely to need a year or two to work with Mike Joseph, add a little bit to his frame, see if we can increase his already impressive speed. But Coach Brown continues to go after the in-state talent. And I am trying to read notes from a previous I'm not going to be able to do that without my glasses now. Anyway, we'll have to add the glasses in order to read the notes that I forgot to print out. Also have to consider that we may be on the verge of losing one of the receivers to the portal, since we have been pushing to add 1 or 2. Jarrell Williams would be my first guess, since he has not been able to get much playing time And with the quality of players we have coming in, and with Gallagher and Ray both doing so well as freshmen, Williams is not likely to see the field much, so he might take off. If we look at the number of guys who have already announced and the number of freshmen who have announced, committed, I think we would be at 85 or 86 scholarships. So that is going to be a bit of an issue here in the next few days, and up until the semester starts, I would think. Transfers do not have to sign ahead of time. They can just, commit and come in to enroll and sign then. So there will be time after the bowl game for more of the current players to enter the portal. And then we can, tell these transfers, yes, we have a scholarship. It is not just theory. That means we have at least a couple more guys that are supposedly silent commits. Who they are has not been confirmed, or they wouldn't be silent commits. A number of good guesses. Good guesses have still been known to be wrong guesses, but we should be hearing more in the next few days, hopefully. We've lost out already on a couple of the defensive back people that we really wanted. A couple of our top picks. Got one of the top picks in Garnes. So it's going to be a tricky number situation. We may be getting transfers who say they are committed to us, even though we don't technically have a scholarship. And we may lose transfers who don't want to take that chance. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to keep guys like me kind of floundering around looking for answers. And then we will find out. Meanwhile, had press conferences from multiple coaches and players. Some interesting information coming out. Confirmation of some things that we already knew. CJ Donaldson will not play in the bowl game, evidently due to the torn labrum. Frazier will not play. We knew that. Preston Fox remains uncertain. It will likely be when they get down to North Carolina before they make that decision. He has been practicing a little. So we do have the possibility, I would think. If he does not play, Gallagher and Bishop will be the choices for punt return. Gallagher will be doing kickoff returns. So, he's had the time now to work on things. So they're going to give him a shot, see how he does. That should be exciting. We can hope. Also, we got confirmation that the rule allowing red shirts to play in the bowl game without it counting as one of their 4 games has been made permanent. That means guys like DJ Oliver will be able to play. That in and of itself will help the special teams, such as the kickoff return. But Oliver will also play running back since Donaldson is out. It will be Jaheim White starting, Anderson as technically the number 2 right now. Oliver is number 3. But they are also very impressed with how much Oliver has improved. He's a good worker. He's a guy I think we are really going to like for the hopefully next 3 or 4 years. We will see. Coach Brown expects to sign 20 to 22 freshmen on Wednesday, signing day, and I will be doing a live stream Wednesday, December 20th, that's signing day, starting at 7:30 Eastern, to discuss my perspective on those who signed and, well, possibly a little bit about those who didn't, if there are any such that we were expecting. Coach Brown also talked about the young players. A lot of the young players are going to get more time in the game, in the bowl game. He said, in part, the bowl game is your last game of 23, but also in a way, your first game for 24. It is a way to look forward. He's going to take that opportunity, particularly since a lot of these guys have now had plenty of time to develop and get better. Standouts on defense among the younger players. Corey McIntyre, and he said McIntyre will play a significant amount in the bowl game. Redwood, Russell, and Josiah Jackson. And I think it was Shadon Brown actually mentioned Jordan Jackson as improving, and also having put on about 10 pounds since the semester started. That is good news, as long as you do it without losing speed. And Mike Joseph doesn't let people lose speed. I think you gain speed just running away from Mike Joseph sometimes if he's not happy with you. Guys that significantly improved playing well on offense: DJ Oliver, Tyler Evans, Nick Cray, and Johnny Williams on the offensive line, and Nico Marchiol. He is, of course, not a freshman, but he is still a young player, so he is getting a lot of time in the developmental practices. And nobody so far, and nobody expected, opting out of the bowl game. That, to me, says a lot. And that includes Beanie Bishop, if you were wondering. And it was never a question for Bishop. He was asked that in the press conference, and he made it clear, he likes to play football, and he doesn't believe in worrying about getting injured. He's here to play football. Man, we only got him for a year and already hate to see him go. And yes, they did talk about what would have happened if he had come to West Virginia last year when he did have a chance. But we got him for a season. Also specified, Jacoby Spells has earned more playing time. That's good news, since it does indicate that Spells is getting his act together and making the improvements that we had kind of hoped he would make before the season started. But he is making them. That bodes well for next season. One note, something Brown mentioned and that I have also thought of, NC State has maybe now 8 guys or so who are not playing in the bowl game, including their quarterback and their top receiver, some injuries. And it is easy to start thinking that West Virginia should win this as a runaway. But young guys coming in, they're in a bowl game. They haven't gotten to play a lot. That can get them energized. It can get a team energized. It can make them hungry. And that can make them a dangerous team. In some respects, potentially more dangerous than, if you're playing against the guys that you face or that you have lots of tape on and, can really prepare for. And this freshman quarterback who will be starting is a running quarterback. May, not so much. At times, running quarterbacks have given us trouble because we've got these guys who just aren't setting the edge. And those guys won't be playing next year, not for West Virginia anyway. Well, Bartlett could be. I don't expect him to be. He walked, and I don't think he'll get a ton of playing time next year. I think young guys are going to go by him, and I think we still, there's a good chance we're bringing in a good rusher who would, take snaps away. So I expect Bartlett. Thornton will probably retire. And I mentioned earlier, Jarrell Williams, I think, may transfer. We may lose a tight end. So there's 3 or 4 guys that, still looking at and Anderson. So like 5 guys who are, I think, likely portal candidates. Leaves us some room. So I expect a good game. I expect West Virginia to put up at least 35 points. Of course, a lot. Coach Brown, it says, the energetic team wins in a bowl game, and that can be true, but it is also the one that manages to build from the season and not go flat. So I think we will build. We've got young players of our own who are going to be coming on and helping energize the team. So obviously, I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to every game. Here in a few days, I will be doing my prediction video, what questions that I have for the game. But first, we will get to signing day. Hope you will drop in. Let me take a look. Oh, hey, I see we do have Timothy Green happen to notice that I'm here. So thanks for dropping in and making a comment. I think I have covered the news, some of my thoughts. My arm is getting very tired from holding a 15-pound cat. My ears are getting worn because he is a purr monster. So I'm going to sign off, give Bob his prednisolone because the purr monster has asthma. And I will see you on Wednesday, possibly before, because, hey, I definitely think there will be some news coming in. We could have anywhere from like 1 to 3 more commitments, I think, possibly before Wednesday. Or guys may want to wait until signing day is over. We shall see. In the meantime, thanks for watching this if you're on YouTube. Once again, please subscribe, make comments, click the thumbs up, do all of those good things if you do like the show. And I will see you later. So long.